People moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of the skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. Well, nobody's interested in learning but the teacher. Segregation, determination, demonstration, integration, aggravation, humiliation, obligation to our nation.
Good morning. Welcome to Detroit Wants to Know. We're standing here on East 8 Mile Road in front of Action Impact Shooting Range. My friends, behind me you see 8 Mile, you see the cars going by. According to Mayor Duggan, a good number of the Detroiters that are driving by here are driving dirty, without insurance, driving illegally. Mayor Duggan has said, and I was there when he said it in front of the National Association of Black Journalists, that to fight his de-insurance is immoral. It's an immoral thing that Detroiters are having to drive like this, and to fight it is also immoral, thereby, connection. I have Steven Sinus of Sinus Dramus to talk to me about de-insurance. Steven, what is your connection to de-insurance?
Well, Steve, I represent injured people who have been catastrophically injured in auto accidents, so I deal with the no-fault system every day of my professional life. And I also serve as legal counsel for the Coalition for Protecting Auto No-Fault, which is an organization that is seeking to preserve and protect the system of auto insurance that we have here in Michigan.
Is to fight de-insurance, the mayor's plan of de-insurance, we know that it's bad. Detroit insurance is bad. The rates are too high. A lot of people driving dirty. Is it a fight to keep up the immorality of this? What is it? Why are you guys fighting Mayor Duggan on this?
Well, I think that bringing up morality is a really touchy issue. I agree. It's a crisis here in Detroit that the rates are so high and that people drive without insurance. So in a sense, that is immoral. But the idea that the people who are opposing it, that they're somehow immoral, and I know he didn't specifically say that, but that was certainly the implication, is something I certainly take issue with. And this is what I would say in direct response to that, is that the opposition is concerned about the inadequate coverage that is going to be available to Detroiters through de-insurance. They're trying to tell people it's $275,000 of coverage. I'm here to tell you that it's not. $250,000 is for critical care and to stabilize the life. After the life is stabilized, that $250,000 fund is completely off limits. The rest is $25,000, and that's for the entire family. So if you have a family of 4 hurt in an accident, they have $25,000 to pursue their medical expenses, their work loss, household chores, anything you name it has to be paid within that $25,000 cap, or there's no coverage for it. So the issue of the opposition is that there might be a morality problem with the coverage that's provided under de-insurance, if you want to talk about morality, that coverage is not adequate to support the typical auto accident for the typical family.
So does this actually have bigger implications on no-fault as a whole?
Yes, it does.
No-fault insurance, because right now catastrophic claims are covered in their entirety. L. Brooks Patterson even said his accident, they spent $1 million taking care of him. That's where they were, right there. So how is this trying to change no-fault as a whole?
Well, let me first respond to the issue of catastrophic coverage. Here under our no-fault system, I represent numerous clients who have bills way in excess of $1 million. They've been paralyzed, they're going to work, all of a sudden their life is permanently changed. No-fault has provided them some semblance of a good life as a paralyzed person, and they need millions of dollars to have that life, right? So that's what the system offers people who are severely injured. Mm-hmm. If you inject into our system a big carve-out for the most populated area in Michigan, so that they don't have to participate in this catastrophic coverage, there's going to be all kinds of legal consequences and ramifications of that, so that the system would eventually crumble. And I could explain that in a longer discussion, but the idea here is that you're going to exempt hundreds of thousands of people from the system that relies upon everybody participating in it. So there's going to be equal protection issues. One city's going to say, hey, I want that coverage too. Other people are going to say, hey, what happens to me if I'm hurt in a de-insurance vehicle and I don't have my own insurance? Why am I only capped by de-insurance? So there's going to be all kinds of issues that arise by having this huge carve-out for the most populated city in the state.
So tell me this, where does the fight stand now? Is it in the hands of the legislature or what?
Yes, the de-insurance bill, SB 288, is pending in the Senate, and they're trying to move forward and hopefully get a vote on it. I guess from their perspective, they're going to somehow wrangle up the votes and they can get the support for it that they need. Right now it's up in the air whether they have that support. And I want to emphasize that groups like CPAN, other groups that are fighting de-insurance, understand again that this is a crisis, and we don't question the intent or the motives of the people who are pushing de-insurance. We know that they're trying to solve that problem. We're simply saying that their solution is not the right one, and that we all need to work together and ask why are insurance companies charging Detroiters so much money compared to whatever they charge other people on the other side of the 8 mile.
Because of medical fraud.
Well, I understand that, but it's not that simple. It's not that simple, and I'm not here to solve that problem right here on this interview,
Okay.
but I'm here to tell you that insurance rate making is not that simple. And we need to look at why they're being charged that. We need to look at other solutions to maybe bring down the cost without sacrificing the coverage, right? You don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So what we need to do is make sure that we solve this the right way rather than make a solution that creates more problems. And that's really how we see de-insurance. It's a solution, yes, but it's going to create more problems.
All right, Steven, I want to thank you for coming down to Detroit Wants to Know.
Thank you.
On the fabulous 8 Mile with 48234 over there and 48205 over there. My friends, you've heard it. The fight rages on for de-insurance, but we have another fight. Detroit is riddled with crime. We hear of shootings every day. Nationwide, we hear of mass shootings. The president has issued a knee-jerk reaction to create more draconian gun control. We can't have that. This week, we're at Action Impact Sports. We're going to go inside and talk with Bill Cusack after we stop at Wayne County Mental Health and talk about preventing gun violence from a mental health standpoint. We'll be right back with Detroit Wants to Know.